It's been 2 months since the last time I talked about my current watch list of BL series. Since this month is having a blast with new and ongoing BL dramas, it's time to make an update of which BL shows are making my days this November. Not only that, I'll be also making short reviews on some BLs which finished airing sometime this month and why I love them so much. If you also have your own watchlist and recommendation of BL series, feel free to share it on the comment section below. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. First on our list, A Breeze of Love. This one isn't on my radar on new BL shows, but I stumbled upon this title when I looked for ongoing BL series this month. Technically, A Breeze of Love is already finished and I managed to binge watch every episode of it in just a day since it only consists of 8 episodes with 16 minutes of runtime each. On its first 2 episodes, I wasn't that invested on its story, but it gradually became better as the story progressed. It isn't one of the best I have seen this year, but it was cute and I think its story is kinda unique. There was also a hint of love triangle in it, but it wasn't that much explored because of short screen time of the second male lead. The flow of story felt a little bit rushed in the beginning, but the mystery of their characters would make you watch until its finale. I also thought that the main couple lacked a little bit of chemistry at the start, but it was fixed with its conclusion. At the end of the day, A Breeze of Love is a short and cute story that brings you some drama as its main recipe. A Breeze of Love can be watched on XylonAkauMSTS. Number 2. Middlemens Love. This BL is one of my anticipated BL series of 2023, but I felt disappointed with its first episode, to be honest. The first thing I noticed in the intro was its editing. There was too much fast transition between the characters that made me dizzy, and I thought that was kinda unnecessary. We already knew the character of Jade in Bed Friend, but in Middlemens Love, they push his character to another level of comedy which might not be everyone's cup of tea. Based on the preview, we could assume that the comedy of the show will be maintained, so I'm not sure what should we expect for the romance part of Jade and Mai in the later part. As usual, King and Uwa's chemistry is on point even with a lesser screen time. What really caught my attention was Tong and Gut, and I hope the series will give them a proper storyline. I just wish that they didn't change the character of Jade based on the book, but let's see if there will be some sort of plot twist in the end. Middlemens Love can be watched on Viki, XylonAkauMSTS, and YouTube. Number 3. Last Twilight. Finally, after 1,000 years, Last Twilight is now currently airing and its first episode was done beautifully. The intro was a great way to give us a brief information about the main characters' backgrounds, and I highly appreciate that. Another thing that I noticed was the acting performance, and I think all of the characters exceeded my expectations, most especially Jimmy and C. I have read some comments saying that the script was good but the acting was meh, and I'll have to disagree with them. Unlike their previous BL project, their characters as Day and Mhawk are somehow more effective and fans could easily connect with them. With the details presented on its first episode, I could make theory in mind on what would be the possible outcome of these characters, but I think it's too early for that. As of now, this series is enjoyable and I would definitely recommend it to everyone. Last Twilight can be watched on YouTube. Number 4. My Dear Gangster Oppa. I have read quite a lot of comments regarding how good and underrated this series is, so I watched its first episode just to see whether it's real. On its first episode, we get to see the introduction of the main and supporting characters and what's their background story. Even though it's based on the lives of the gangster, I didn't see it on the first episode, but just a tiny bit of action scenes. On the positive note, the succeeding episodes will definitely give us the more serious tone of the show, and that's what I'm really waiting to happen. There's also a tease of T1 Guy's chemistry in the later half of the episode, but that's all about it for its pilot episode. For now, I'm going to continue watching it because it already caught my attention. My Dear Gangster Oppa can be watched on XylonAkauMSTS. Number 5. If It's With You. I'm also playing catch up with this Japanese BL since I have only managed to watch the first 3 episodes. But even then, I could already tell that it's quite good and among the best I have seen out of all the Japanese BL releases this year. What I really like so far in this series is how they handle the trauma of Armano while also maintaining an interesting background story of him. The problem presented is definitely relatable in real life, so it captivates me how they would end their story. I'm also looking forward to his love story with Ryuji, and I'm hoping that it would be a happy ending since both of them deserve it. If It's With You can be watched on Gaga Ulala. Number 6. I Feel You Linger in the Air. It's not part of the ongoing BL series, but since it has finished airing already, I'm starting binge watching its episodes. With the 6 episodes I have seen, I never felt bored with anything about it. The connection of the past and the present was laid out in a perfect manner, and I believe that's a great way to show a good written story. I actually almost dropped this series during the initial scenes of the first episode because of its eerie opening, but thankfully, I got the courage to continue watching it, or else I would lose the chance to see the greatest BL of 2023. The chemistry of Kunya and Jom is overflowing in every episode, and I can't wait to see the second half of the series. For clarification, the season 2 isn't confirmed yet to happen in the near future, but with the success of season 1, this is definitely a must. I Feel You Linger in the Air can be watched on YouTube, Gaga Ulala, Yoku, and Line TV. Aside from these titles, there are also other ongoing BL dramas which you might like, such as Absolute Zero, One Room Angel, Twins, and so much more. Which ongoing BL series do you currently watch? Thank you for watching. That's it, and see you on the next one.